program. We're going to invite Gabby Brennan to come up. She's with our Get Real and Heal program. Pardon me. And we're going to run a little bit late, so I hope you guys hang in there because we have some wonderful speakers coming up. And thank you to our wonderful panelists. She sent it in. Do you have time to? She has a flash drive.
If that's faster.
Yeah. I saw him put it in here. Okay. Before. Pardon me, Trish. You're fine.
We'll try. Let's see.
Oh, wait, yeah, I saw it go back. If you go back, I saw it on this PC. Or like, just hit that.
Back. Okay. Oh, here. Okay. That works too.
Just don't forget your flash drive.
Okay.
And then click your forward and back and then the green.
Okay. All right, I'd like to introduce myself. So my name is Gabrielle Brennan, and I am a clinical exercise physiologist and also a certified cancer exercise trainer. And I work with the UNC's Get Real and Heal program, which is located a little off of the UNC campus at Chapel Hill near the Outdoor Education Center. So we're tucked back in the woods. So I'm going to talk about exercise today. Okay, so you guys have been sitting for a while, and I'm with exercise, so you could have guessed what I'm going to do. I'm going to make us all exercise. So if everybody feels comfortable, you can get up. If you don't feel comfortable, you can stay sitting. And I was going to do squats, but because our chairs have wheels, we are not going to do squats today. So we're going to do just a nice reach up with the toe to the side, and then we're going to do nice reach up, toe to the side. So we're going to do 10 of those. Ready? Go. 1, and 1, and 2, 2, 3, 3. You guys look good. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, and 7, 7, 8. Look at all those smiles too. 9, and 10. Good. Very good job. Give you guys a hand. You can have a seat. And then, of course, when we exercise, we always have to hydrate. So if you got water near you, you might want to grab a drink quick. Now that I've kind of gotten everybody up and moving, we're going to talk a little bit about exercise today. So these are general guidelines from the American College of Sports Medicine, and these are going to also apply to those people that are affected by cancer. So for aerobic training, they would like us to get in up to 150 minutes per week. And this is going to be moderate intensity exercise. And kind of more layman's terms, because 150 is kind of a big number to try to figure out, well, how many minutes a day is that? It's going to be about 30 minutes, 5 days a week is really what they want us to be meeting for our exercise guidelines. If you are a person that you want to go faster and get it done quicker, you can. But you do have to work out a little harder. So higher intensity, so that vigorous activity, they want us to do about 75 minutes a week. Or you can kind of throw in a combo of both. For resistance training, so that's going to be our weightlifting or our resistance bands, that would be 2 to 3 days a week that they would like us to get in some resistance training so that we can build our strength with all of our major muscle groups. And then lastly is our flexibility. So stretching, making sure that we're kind of going through full ranges of motion. And they want us to do that at least 2 to 3 days per week. And this is before and after exercise. You're going to find it most effective. So if anything, the major takeaway from this is we do not want to be sedentary. We want to increase our movement, move some type of movement. So if you can't get in 30 minutes in a day, maybe do 5. and then maybe take a break, and maybe later in the day, another 5. And moving a little bit more is going to be better than not doing anything. So Get Real and Heal is going to be a 12-week exercise program that's going to incorporate just these things I just talked about. So our cardio, our strength, our flexibility, and our balance training. We have two kind of ways that you can participate. You can participate either in person at one of our locations, or you can participate virtually through a Zoom link. And so our main location, like I mentioned, is at Chapel Hill. Last year, we just opened up a location at UNC Rex. And then just at the end of last year, we received the Duke Endowment Grant, which has allowed us to open up a couple of more locations that you can see listed there at some of the branch sites. So our mission at Get Real and Heal is to offer scalable, comprehensive, and individualized outpatient exercise to meet the wellness needs of cancer survivors of all types. And our aim is to improve physical and psychological health, improve functional capacity and overall quality of life, and to relieve symptoms and treatment side effects. And our purpose is to provide compassionate, accessible, and effective exercise programming for all North Carolina cancer survivors. So thanks to the UNC Lineberger Comprehensive Cancer Support Program, this program is completely free. So we do not take insurance, we do not take cash, we do not take anything. You come to our program, it is free. So our team, Dr. Bill Wood is going to be our director who oversees our program, and then Carly Bailey is going to be our program director. And then at the Chapel Hill location, this is going to be what our building looks like if you all have not had a chance to check it out. So we are truly in the woods. We are in a little tree house tucked back away, so it is sometimes hard to find us. But I am the program coordinator at our UNC Chapel Hill branch. And then at Rex, they are located at the UNC Rex Hospital, the Cancer Hospital right in Rex. And then Dan Riley, he's a physical therapist, and he is running that location. And then this is Guy. He was newly hired on just this past year. And so he is going to be our site coordinator at the UNC Hillsborough location, which they just actually started their classes this March. And then this is Dominic. Dominic is our remote program exercise person. And so he runs all of the online programming. And then this is just a glimpse inside our facility. So this is kind of what you would see when you walked into our building. We've got a lot of cardio equipment. We've got ellipticals, treadmills. We have a new step, which is like an elliptical, but you're sitting. We've got bikes. And of course, then we've got a strength section where you would have access to weights to use, bands to use, benches, kettlebells. And then we also have locker rooms. So if you want to come and get sweaty at the gym and then you need to dress up and go out somewhere fancy, you can come down to the locker room and shower and or change. So how could you find out more information about Get Real and Heal? We have a lot of different ways that the information should be getting out to you all. The Patient Family Resource Center should have information. You might find it through brochures, a website. You might see us in a clipping on a newspaper, TV, radio, social media, and then just, of course, by words of mouth. So the Marianne Long Patient Family Resource Center, I think a lot of you should know where that is, but I've also had some people come to me and say they are not sure where that is. So I figured I'd just kind of throw this in here. This is going to be in the main cancer hospital on the ground floor. And if you go in here, this is a huge resource of information. And there's usually somebody at the desk that's sitting there, and not only just for Get Real and Heal, but other resources throughout the hospital. They have a lot of good information there. Then brochures. Our brochures should be located in various clinics throughout the hospital. So there's an example flyer there for Rex, and then there should be one for us as well. If you Google us, you should be able to Google UNC Get Real and Heal, and you should see a little page that comes up like this, and that is going to be our web page where you can find out more about us. And then we also do have a Contact Us form, so if you're like, well, I did exercise today and I really want to join, you can just go online and fill out the Contact Us form if that's something you'd like to do. Then, of course, nowadays we've got social media. So we are on social media, primarily Facebook right now. We do also have a private Facebook page that is available. So when people do join Get Real and Heal, if you want to get all of our news and all of the stuff that's happening, you can join that private Facebook page as well. And then that's going to be what that looks like. And then, of course, then we're talking about how do you enroll. So for enrollment, we are going to require either a referral through your primary care doctor or through your oncologist, and they will know what that means. So if you are good at using your MyChart, you can message them. You can say, hey, I learned about Get Real and Heal. Could you send a referral in for me to join? And either they will do that or one of your nurses will do that. And then we will reach out to you saying, hey, we got this referral, and you can come join our program. And then we will send you some intake forms to fill out. We are not directly connected via the hospital system, so we will want you to give us a little bit more information about you so we don't hurt you or injure you when exercising. And then, of course, we will do an exercise assessment. So we will kind of be able to get your baseline of where you're starting at with your current fitness level. And so what do we do at Get Real and Heal? So of course, you all will probably know exercise. But once we do that pre-assessment, it's gonna be that 12-week program that we discussed. And that's, again, including that cardio, strength, flexibility, and balance. So you're getting all in one. Like I mentioned, you know, we've got in-person or online. We are following the CDC and the UNC hospital's guidance on COVID and just being extra careful because we are working with an immunocompromised population here. So we do sanitize equipment. All of us are vaccinated for flu and COVID. So we try to be really careful. We also have small class sizes, so no more than 8 people in each class. So we are keeping that class size down as well. And then classes are typically about an hour at my Chapel Hill location. At the other locations, classes may vary depending on the availability of the people and how they're teaching their class. But for my classes, we have them either Monday, Wednesday schedule or Tuesday, Thursday schedule. And we're open from 7 in the morning until 1. And so classes are roughly about an hour. And we do individualize your class. So based off of your assessment, you get kind of more of that personalized exercise routine for you to complete during your time. And so other things that you'll have access to through participating in Get Real and Heal. So we have monthly lunch and learns, we have a Stronger Together support group, there's healing yoga, we have monthly socials, and then there's some other things that are also ongoing that will happen at different points in time in the year. So once you're finished with your 12-week session, you don't have to be done. So you can join our community. And so we have what's called our Get Real and Heal community, where after you graduate from the program, you can decide to stick around. And we have what's called open gyms on Friday. And so you can kind of pop in and get to do the workout of the day that they have on the board. We do ask that you sign up just kind of so we can make sure that we're still keeping the class sizes smaller, but you can take advantage of all of our programming just the same as when you started. So you'll have access to the lunch and learns and all the extra things that we do as well. And so speaking of lunch and learns, we do actually have a lunch and learn coming up tomorrow. We have Amy Vandemark, who is a social worker. She's going to be talking to us about forest bathing. And so that is tomorrow at 2. We have an online, that happens online via a Zoom link. But we do have the second Tuesdays of the month. We'll always have a different speaker. So you can see we've got a dental student coming up. We've got a physical therapist talking about lymphedema and cording. So lots of different opportunities to talk to professionals in their areas to get some advice. Then Stronger Together is, like I mentioned, that support group where we talk a little bit about cancer treatments and how it has affected participants' health and well-being. And this is typically about an hour-and-a-half session, and that happens the third Thursdays of the month from 6:30 to 8:30. And this we offer both in person and online. So you could come in person, or you could just say, I'm not driving, and you can just sit back and kick back and do it online. And then we have lastly healing yoga. And so healing yoga, Kathy Thurber runs this. She is a registered yoga therapist and also a breast cancer survivor herself. And so she runs about an hour and a half sessions. Hers are typically mostly online, but she does offer an in-person class on Wednesdays. That's at the St. Thomas More Church. And then, of course, our socials. So I like to do things not cancer and not exercise, just fun. And so we do try to kind of find a fun thing to do. We try to make them free if we can, because I know cost is, we don't try to do anything with cost, but sometimes there is a low fee depending upon what it is. It's not required that you have to go to these things, but they're just fun to do. So you can kind of see snippets here from different things that we've done throughout the years. We did Durham Bulls games, we've went out to breakfast, we've did some training for the Fleet Feet 4-miler, we have picnics, we've even went to the UNC women's basketball games. So just fun things to do to take our minds off of exercising and cancer. And so then these are just kind of, and I'm not going to read each one of these, but these are just kind of some feedback that we have gotten throughout the years from people participating in Get Real and Heal and kind of how they felt that this helped them. My favorite one is the last one. And they talked about Get Real and Heal being kind of a lifesaver, and people, they were able to take back control of their body. That they felt that cancer, chemo, and radiation had been controlling for many months. So they felt like it was something that they were doing for them. And that is my presentation. Any questions?